What's up, traders? Let's have a quick market update. Let's get straight into it. Do not place a trade based on what you're seeing in this video today, because trading is risky and it can cause substantial financial loss. There are so many areas you need to become good at to become a good trader. Emotional mastery, chart reading, trading systems, money and trade management. So this video is just educational only to help you become a much better trader. Well, let's hope this is a quick market update anyway. Let's get straight into the Dow Jones, and pretty much a nothing day for the markets. Once again, the Dow Jones ran down towards that $18,000 level, rejected it right up, had a bit of volume. I wouldn't really worry about the volume too much. A lot of that is options expiration side of things, so I wouldn't really worry about that volume spike there. The thing that I want you to focus on is looking at the Dow Jones. You can see we're still rolling over, but we're still holding this support level. Now, the support's been holding, and we've been compressing down. So the sellers still have it right now as we speak. So I am still in my short positions. I have my positions to benefit from the market going down. So I've been in it for the last few months, actually. Not the last few months, for the last few weeks, should I say. So you can see that that's what's been happening last few weeks to a month, if I'm going to be exact. I think anyway. So benefit from the market going down. So you can see that where we are right now, we're still compressing up, and so we're still holding there, and the sellers are still knocking it down. They really are. You can see how they just. Let me just bring up a little. Let's just make that smaller. So you can see how they're still knocking it down. So there's nothing there, and we're holding this whole level, support, and they hold this support level. We break that, then our next level is sort of the $17,000 target. So something is about to hit the market. Maybe this week. I would actually say this week. Interesting, right, guys? Interesting time. So where the charts right now are telling us that everything's still weak right now. And I'm expecting more downside to come. That's SLV. Don't worry about the SLV. Let's go back to the S&P. Let's have a look on the S&P. Man, I need to reboot my computer. So the S&P is a very similar thing. It's sort of rejecting down, sort of rallying up and creating like a potential bear flag type thing. Looking at this here, guys, you can see how this market's run down and it's sort of running through there as well. And that should create more downside to come. So yeah, I do see that the S&P is like that. Looking at the markets now, as you can tell, guys, I'm focused more on the actual price action than the indicators. I look at the indicators probably 5% of the time, and they do give you some sort of guidance there, which can be good. But looking at the markets, that's what I can see now. So you can see that's what's happened with the S&P 500. Looking at the Nasdaq's gone back up and just sort of rejecting or hit this area of resistance, hitting it. Do we break back above here and race back above to the highs? I don't know. Yeah, it's a very hard one to say with the Nasdaq, but we did break up and sort of go sideways, and now we're sort of hitting through here. So really interesting. Let's go have a look at the tranny. I don't have to worry about the VIX. Transportation average, you can see, has been in this sort of upward channel for quite some time right now. We are sort of hovering around through here. So the transportation average is slowly being stepping up, with the Dow Jones has been slowly stepping down. What the? So really interesting to go through there. Russell 3000 on the overall 3000 index. You can see that it actually looks very similar to the S&P and also the Dow and also the Russell 2000. Big double top, major support, holding this support level. Guys, everything is weak here. The charts are saying weakness. Now, really interesting. Let me actually take you back here for a minute. Notice this here, guys. Okay, I want you to notice this. Especially like back when we had the flash crash, look what the Dow Jones was doing. It was like from July through to August and into September, halfway through August. As you can see, right, the Dow Jones was slowly crawling, keep crawling, keep crawling, keep crawling, keep crawling down. So let's go have a look at the S&P at the exact same time, and I'll show you there. And this is the reason why I need to get a new computer, I think. But through July through to August, look what was happening here. We were just going sideways. So as you can see, the Dow Jones to me is the leader. When the S&P starts to go sideways like it is now, but the Dow Jones has been, if I go back to, oh yeah, so you can see what happened through there, the July through August, but the Dow Jones was slowly stepping down. You can see what's happening through there. Now you can see we're going sideways right now, but if you go back to the Dow Jones, what is the Dow Jones doing? You can actually see, right, that we've been slowly stepping down. It's a lot more stepping down, a lot more bearishness activity on the Dow Jones than the S&P. And that's the reason why, guys, it's so important to be judging that, to be looking at both of those as well. Makes sense? So that's what I'm always looking at, and I'm always seeing that. And that's what I'm saying, something's not right here, where yes, we're seeing those other markets do what they're doing, but when you start the comparison, when you start to compare the two big markets, S&P and the Dow, you start to get a bit of insight of what's happening through there. So this is still weak. Do we finally break this week and we have that big move down? Really interesting to see what's happening through there. Back onto the let's just go through. Actually, let's go to silver and gold. Silver right now, guys, is still holding this overall trend line through here, holding support. It's looking quite weak. So if we can't break above the 18,000 level real quick, if we do break above the 18,000, I think we can race back up to 20, maybe even 22. But if we don't and we fall over, then we actually could race back down towards the 16, basically the $16 level. So, and so you can see what's happening through the stochastics ran up. As you can see, now they're turning back over. So this could be a turning point for silver. When you're looking at, just spit it out, John. When you're looking at these sort of flag formations, or maybe you're going to call them pennants, you don't know where they're going to break out, so you don't trade it based on what you think. Generally, what will happen is if we do break down, then I think we can see a lot more downside. You can see it's really holding here on silver. But if we break up, then yeah, then I can see run back up to 19,000, then back up to 20, and then I think we can break 21 and up to 22. So, which I do think will happen. But hey, that's just my thoughts. My thoughts mean nothing in this market. Out of here, I say out of here. So let's go have a look at gold. And gold is a very similar thing where it's been holding once, holding twice, it's rallied up, and now we're sort of just going sideways. So really nothing's going on with silver and gold, guys. I can see overall that this market here is still overall, it's still holding resistance here, support, and now it's holding this sort of long-term support level. They're all weak, all right? I understand that all the gold and everything is still weak. And it's really interesting. It's not a very clear picture to see on gold, and you can see so many people have been talking about gold, how good gold has been, especially that guy. Become your central bank. Buy hard assets. Become your central bank. Buy hard assets. Anyway, you guys probably know what I'm talking about. Become your central bank. Buy your hard assets. I don't listen to that guy anymore. Anyway, he's just clickbait. That's what that guy is. He's just clickbait. But anyway, let's get back into this update. So the markets ran down, had a bit of support, running back up, and now we're just going sideways. So really interesting. I'm not really getting a good gauge with gold right now, guys, because it really is doing pretty much nothing. Let's go to the weekly chart. Let's see if we can see anything on the weekly chart when it comes to gold and silver. So let's go have a look at the weekly chart here. Man, I need to reboot my computer. It is slow as hell. Maybe I just need to delete some stuff from my desktop because I got so much on there. So this whole level through here, guys, let me just take that off. You can see it actually from that major low to major high came down and just bounced off the 32. If I go from this low point if I go from that low point, you can see we're hovering around that 62% level. So it's really, really, really interesting. But this overall move up, we're still hovering around here. So if we do run up, that 1300 level is going to be a real strong level that it needs to break again. But we are still overall stair stepping up. If you look at the major stair steps, guys, and this is the big thing for me when you're looking at macro trends, right? You can see we had this major low, and it went sideways, and this was the last major low, and now this could be another major low. So looking at the long-term trend. Now, guys, please do not take for what I'm saying right now as a guide to give you a reason to stay in a trade. That's when you get into a trade, you should have a plan. If you're a trader, if you're looking for that short-term move, well, that's how you trade it, right? Short-term move, short-term. You don't have a short-term profit target and then an ultimate stop. It's like, oh, it's going to go up. It's going to come back anyway, so let's just let go. No. You need to get into it. When I got into silver and gold, this is what I was looking at. If the overall major trend changes, see, I'm into this to the end of December. That my plan was with this type of trade, with mine and my silver trade, was that I'm in this to the end of December, or I'm out of it if the overall major trend has changed. And right now we can see major stair steps are still happening. We're still majorly stair stepping up. If we do break like that 1200, we can see that that's a whole trend changer in itself. Makes sense? So let's go have a look at silver now. So right, silver. So even though silver has been, man, lots of lines there, isn't it? Silver's actually, where is silver? So silver's actually around its 50% level from that low to high move. So it's around that level. We are just broken below that. You can see how the last couple of weeks have been rejecting that resistance level. So, but overall, guys, again, this is the thing that I'm looking out for, and I knew this going into my trade. Major low, sort of a low through there. Major low, major low. We had this major low. Is this going to be another major low where we break back above and we rally back up again? And this overall thing is just a big bull flag. I don't know. I really don't know. So moving forward within this, we have that high trough. We're still stepping up again, guys. But that was my plan originally. Someone said, John, if you think the market's going to go down, why are you staying into it? Because I'm trading my plan. I don't know what's going to happen. No one knows what's going to happen. But I knew I put a position on in silver, and I said, this is what I'm doing. I'm getting in here, and I'm going to hold it to the end of December. Or because I think by then we could be much higher than we are right now. That's just my personal belief. Or if it starts to break below this low here, which is the 1550, then I'm going to get out with a small loss. So can you see what I'm saying there, guys? So that was my plan when it comes to trading, silver and gold, basically, is that I was looking at that. But and if you look at this, guys, and just take everything off, and just keep everything really, really, really simple, just real simple, and just look at the stair steps, you can actually see that you can. And this is where, guys, I think sometimes we do our heads in by doing this. Oh, by not doing this, should I say. There's a stair step there. There's a stair step there. Right? And again, we're looking at the waves. We're not looking at the short-term little ups and downs. We're looking at the major highs and major lows. So, yes, we have a little up and down, but they're not major highs, right? This overall move started from here, and now it's come down to here. Makes sense? So that overall major flow up, major flow down, major flow up, major flow down, major flow up, major flow down. But if you have a look at that, what do you have? You have trough, higher trough, higher trough. This is still a high trough. Still long-term buyers are in control of this. Right? Still long-term. We're still majorly pushing higher. Yes, this has been quite a long and tedious, gut-wrenching pullback. But as you can see, that's what's happening there. So again, just take everything off the screen and do that. Let's go have a look at the gold chart. And guys, these are the tools that it's important to do as a trader. So guys, I'm a trader. I'm a trader first and foremost. And so these are the sort of things that I do when I'm looking at this. Again, I'll look at the major moves up. So if I look at the actual, if I look at all the moves, so if I do this, That's all the moves, right? And that's probably what you're going to see on the daily chart. But for me, guys, I'm looking at the overall major flow of what's happening with the markets. And so for that, I'm going to do this, right? So we're going to have a major move up. Hey, easy, Tiger. Let's go. So you can see this just went up and then sideways. And if you look at it, you're like, okay, where did this point actually start? You know, so the point it actually started, and this is what from saying this, guys. Let me see if I can get this trend line. So it actually started here, right? So if you look at that, see how this move started here, but then the overall major high point was up here, right? So that's how he said, okay, cool. Well, I'm going to draw this trend line from there to there. And I'm going to draw a trend line from there to there. That's going to be, because this was just it was an up, sideways up. So this was a major flow up. And then, okay, cool. If that was the major flow up, where was it down? And then that was the major flow down. With me so far? And then this was the major flow up. So you can see now, and once again, guys, right? You can see how that was the major move down. Let's just go. That was that trough. That major move up was there. And then where has it gone to now? We're just down here, right? So, and thus far, we don't know what's going to happen. We only can go what we're seeing right now. So, but right now, as we speak, we can see that this major move from here to here, if I go from, let me bring up this red line here, go from there to there, you can see what's happening. So you keep it really, really simple. Look at the major flows. And so sometimes, guys, when you're reading the charts, this is how you get a good understanding of what's happening. So the buyers are still holding on to there. Overall, long-term buyers are still holding on. Short-term, looks like the sellers might come in a little bit more. And especially, you can see here, if we break this low here, well, that's going to be a whole complete game changer for gold and silver. If they break those lows there, I think it's $15, $15.50 on silver, and then $1,200 on gold. If they break those levels, then yeah, we are going to head back down towards these lows here. No doubt about that. We need to be honest with ourselves. So that's how I analyze the markets, guys. And once again, I have different trading positions that I put on. Sometimes I'm a short-term move, but I knew always that I was getting into this trade and I'm going to hold on to the end of December, or we actually break a low. Or the other thing was, if we do just suddenly make it a massive move to the high side for a whole month and it's just gone vertical, well, then it's time to take some profits off, because more than likely it's likely to snap back as well too. So there we go, guys. There's a little update on gold and silver. A little update on the markets for this week as well too. Hope that really helped you out. Remember, success can be yours if you go claim it. So step up, take massive action, and face your fears today. I'm not going to BS you here. Trading is hard. Over my 10 years of trading, I've learned some amazing systems and strategies, and I've put it all in my brand new Grab the Markets by the Balls course. And I'm giving you 100% free access. This whole course is 12 videos long and almost 10 hours of the best systems and strategies that I know. Click on the image below now to get 100% free access right now.